Well, 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 good morning, good afternoon, good evening and good night, you lovely folks joining me here nice and early over at Marvel Snap Zone. Everything going to plan? Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, hopefully you're having a lovely time, be you snapping away or just having a good time chilling out, enjoying some content over the Christmas break. Hopefully it's just a lovely time for you, because I am not currently in this house right now, as I'll be down seeing family myself. So here is some content put together for you just before the Christmas period to kind of tide you over while I'm away. And today, wow, today we're doing something a little bit different. Really trying to get in the festive spirit, and I am almost certainly going to tank my rank as a result, but hopefully it should be a bit of fun. I was sitting here brainstorming about, hey, what do I do for Christmas content? Can I do something a little bit different, a little bit special? And yeah, I can. I can sell out. Today, I'm going to be showcasing some gameplay with a deck I would not recommend you take on a competitive climb ever at any point. It is very thematic, it is Christmas themed, and we're going to see if we can take down some wins with a deck that is only red and green. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, red and green are the colours of Christmas. You see them together all the time, and that means that in order for a card to be allowed to be in this deck, it has to be red, green, or both. It's really that simple. Super thematic, super flavourful, and I'm hopeful not completely terrible, but there is only one way for us to find out. Let's remove this filter that is currently showing this arrow for some reason, and then we'll take a look at the deck for you. It's certainly something. So let's see what we can do with this one, right? We're calling it Christmas Red and Green. I have tried to make this as reasonable as possible. We're playing cards that aren't embarrassing, just to try and facilitate this game plan, but we'll see how it goes. So there's not all that much rationale here, to be honest. The real game plans you should be focusing on if we're going to be able to win any games with this thing. We've got the Omega Red into Iron Man into Onslaught package that's kind of known for being an end game for the Omega Red decks that do see play when they see play. Able to supercharge a location, give you +4 power to other locations once it's stacked up alongside Iron Man, then hopefully +8 to other locations, courtesy of the big red guy Onslaught at the top end. So that's a well-known play pattern there. Should have turned off subs. It's Christmas. I'm allowed to make mistakes. Yeah, so the rest of this very much going to be thematic. We've got things like Devil Dino here, Leech Leader. These are all just good cards that happen to be red or green. I wish there was any more rationale behind them, but hopefully they can win us a game. We've actually got Electro in here in his traditional green garb and underpants on the outside as a way to accelerate towards some of this top end that we're looking to play in this list. And the early game here is all about actually kind of getting us priority. We actually have some really good stat sticks in the green department. We have things like Mysterio, Lizard, and Polaris to give us early priority, hopefully take that away from our opponents and get all Christmassy nice and early. Green Goblin is the green part of red and green alongside Omega Red. He is both red and green and therefore makes the cut in this case and hopefully can steal some priority for us by giving it to the opponent. And last but not least, a few other little bits and pieces in here, mostly in the form of armor to give us some protection. That is also very red. I'm going to stop trying to explain this one. It is very much a gimmick, and hopefully let's just have some fun with it and try something different for the seasonal period. So here's hoping this doesn't murder my ranking too much. Let's go take a look. Alright, let's give this a shake. Let's see what we can do. Can we get there with good old red and green? Okay, well this hand has a game plan at least. Golden rings. Bar Sinister is not the best of locations for what we're looking to do here. He says before drawing Green Goblin. Okay, well that's a plan. Armor into Asgard. Hopefully send the Green Goblin over to our opponent in Bar Sinister. I'm pretty happy to get a little Sinister here. Let's snap and risk some cubes. It is Christmas after all. Whoop. Send it. Opponent continues to play to Asgard, runs out the Cosmo. Golden rings. It's going to be in my head all day now. Sorry about that, folks. Alright, goblins sending their way over, filling up Bar Sinister for us. You love to see it. Okay, let's start stacking into Shuri's lab. I don't mind losing cards here in Asgard that I imagine my opponent's playing for. Would be nice if we can draw the Iron Man here to really load up here with the Onslaught on the right-hand side. Opponent with the Atuma. Okay, well, we weren't winning that lane anyway, were we? Let's be honest. Alright. No Iron Man means we're going with the Dino, I think. Opponent is contesting. Sends a green goblin over themselves. Little unfortunate. Into Colossus. Okay, is the Iron Man worth more than Onslaught here? I don't think it is. Let's go for it. Destroyer. Thankfully, we beat Destroyer. No, we don't! Ah! It's too big! The green goblin.
For your cooperation.
Okay. Not quite.
He really grows on you, doesn't he?
Not quite. Okay, hand is very top heavy. Murder World, thankfully, going to be pretty good for us here, thanks to this Electro by the looks of it. Opponent with a Sunspot. Wakanda. Well, we're definitely not putting Electro in there, are we? But we could probably start stacking up our Iron Man stack in there. That would be quite cool. Opponent with the Mysterio. Crimson Cosmos. So we're going to have an Iron Man stack here, that's for sure. I actually shouldn't have played the Electro here, should I? Because, well, simply put, I don't want it to die. Because we're playing on curve all the way up anyway. Interesting. Yeah, guess this was just probably wrong if we're going for the Omega Red Iron Man Onslaught line. Alright, well, let's go for it. Kind of pot committed at this point, I think. Opponent will storm us, sure. Well, okay, now we have a rationale for killing the Electro, because we can get Lizard down too. Potentially we can go Dino Lizard instead of the Iron Man in a pinch as well. If we think we need to win another location. Opponent plays Cosmo mid, sure. That is fine with me. Omega Red. Up and active. And so I think we have to... Are we going to leader? I think we leader. Leader should be more of a win here, I think. Because we should always stay ahead by 10 over in Murder World. There you go. Look at that. Leader's so good that he can even make Omega Red take a victory. There we go. Back to 90 after tanking ourselves trying to get this thing to work. Okay, let's try and take one more with Christmas Red and Green. See if we can't finish up on a nice positive record for this one. To celebrate the holiday season. Fingers crossed. It would be a nice way to send off some pretty sweet games, actually. Okay. The sound is not great. No 2-cost play is a little teeny bit awkward, but not the worst. Alright, guess we are hanging around until turn 3. Would very much like to draw Electro here, I think. Help spin the gap up to some of these 5s. Oh, this is a toughie. It's definitely very tempting to go for the sneaky green goblin before my opponent kills all these ones. I think that is likely going to be a mistake, though. So let's just send it over to them. Yeah, let's just send it over to them in Atlantis. They send it back to me in the Savage Lands. Okay. Mess of a game over here. Alright, Omega Red, you're going to have to do some heavy lifting, friend, because we got to win Death's Domain the hard way, I think. Opponent will indeed Carnage. Kind of expected that, to be honest. We have a Leech or a Dino. I think we're just Dinoing here, honestly. Don't see a reason not to just really try and go for Atlantis. Let's see where this lands. Okay, opponent is playing White Queen and something into Death's Domain too. Okay, the Nova makes sense. That's fair. Alright, well. Omega Red online, courtesy of the Dinosaur. This just a leader game? Should be hard to be down by too much if we're just chucking the leader out there and matching whatever they play in Atlantis. Let's see if it's good enough. And I'm actually into playing leader into Death's Domain here in case our opponent plays their own leader, because it means that we will kill it, essentially. And they won't copy ours because we have reveal priority. So I think this is a pretty reasonable plan to finish up here. I do wish Omega Red was a slightly better card. I quite enjoy the play patterns it creates, but it's just so easy for you to get punished, unfortunately. Kind of leads it on the wayside an awful lot of the time. But that is what it is. Opponent in the tank, seeing if they can find a way through this. Let us see. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. There you go. Leader doing what it's supposed to do and picking us up some cubes for our trouble to finish things off as a happy holidays for this deck. Definitely wouldn't recommend playing this one outside of a bit of seasonal fun. But that's exactly what it should be, right? It's okay to have a little bit of seasonal fun and play something a bit thematic to finish off the year. This actually had some really sweet games. It was quite fun. And I do think the combination of Omega Red, Iron Man, and Onslaught are quite good together. It's just a shame there isn't a real shell to use them in. So, yeah, one more time, folks. Happy holidays. I hope you're having a lovely time towards the end of the year. Thank you so much for all the support from Marvel Snap Zone so far this year. It's been massively appreciated. And if you haven't already, please do consider subscribing. It would be cool to see you for more content coming in the new year. Until then, however, I've been HowlingMines. You've been amazing. This has been Marvel Snap Zone. Take care of yourself. Have a good one.